beautiful souls, it's Laurie. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to do a video on 10 money saving tips for millennials and just for all of us youngsters figuring out life. So without further ado, I'll just jump in the video and just let me know in the comments below if you've tried any of those or if you decide to try them. So number one is to go on a no spend challenge, and there's all kinds of no spend challenge. They can range from like just having certain set no spend days. So let's say I don't buy anything on Tuesday, or no spend month where like aside from the necessities you don't purchase anything extra. Or you can do it for a week per month. And there are much larger commitments such as a 1-year shopping ban, like what Kate Flanders did. So it's really up to you, and there's different degrees, you know, but like most of them still consider like it's not necessarily about spending zero money at all, but just like not buying anything that's not a necessity. So you can still go grocery shopping for the essentials, but you're not purchasing just like leisure stuff like on Amazon and stuff like that, or just going shopping for clothes or something like that. So I definitely recommend you look into it, because even if it was just 1 day a week or like 1 week a month, that's a pretty good commitment. Number two is to buy secondhand. So like kind of create a circular economy, and that's a big proponent in like zero waste, but it's a very frugal thing to do because secondhand items are always much cheaper. Like if you go on Craigslist or Kijiji here in Canada, or like you look on Facebook like yard sales groups, or you can go to consignment shops like Value Village or Goodwill and things like that, and you can find such cheap things. You can also sometimes find used items on Amazon. I'm not sure about like everything, but I know like I often buy books that are used on Amazon and they're a lot cheaper. So yeah, just buy secondhand things. It's just so much cheaper, and like every time we buy secondhand things, like so far we've never really been disappointed, and we saved so much money because stuff is expensive. New things are expensive, and that's even more important when you're like buying a car and like buying really like expensive items like that. So that's all I'm gonna say about it today, but that's probably worth its own video really. Number three is to avoid convenience purchases, and by that I mean mostly like things you buy on the road because you didn't prepare. So like pack a lunch, you know, if you know you're going to be out all day, just like bring your own food. Try to prepare for certain scenarios if you're leaving for a little bit of time, like whether you're going on a trip or you're going just like on a day out. Like if you carry Tylenols, you won't have to buy Tylenols every time you get a headache and things like that, you know. So just avoid convenience purchases and have stuff prepared so you never have to resort to buying something because you don't have time or you're not ready. Number four is to get loyalty cards, and those can be annoying, and like especially nowadays, like there's so many cards for so many things, but especially places that you shop a lot, let's say like the grocery store or like Air Miles or Aeroplane or something like that. Like that can be used really easily. It doesn't cost you anything, and then like you get cash back, you know. Or like even with your credit cards, like Tim and I have credit cards that have points, so we get rebates, like we can get cash back on our purchases and stuff like that. So that's something to just always look into, because that's free money, really. All you have to do is like present the card, and then eventually you get some free stuff. So really, who doesn't want that? Number five is to have a budget for the month, and I've done 2 videos in which I mentioned budget. One of them is like how to budget with a giant spreadsheet, and the other one is a more simplified version of Tim and I's budget. I can make a whole video on like different kinds of budget systems that people can use, but honestly just having an idea of what your expenses are for the month, what kind of income you're expecting, and trying to balance it out, save some, you know, is a really good plan, as opposed to just like go paycheck to paycheck and not really think about what you're buying, which is something that young people do a lot because we don't have as many commitments. But as we're growing into adults, eventually we'll own cars, houses, have children and stuff. It's something that we really need to get responsible about. Number 6 is to get a savings account and shop for the best rates. Some of them are higher than others, so really take the time to find one that's going to be good for you. Try to find one that you can't touch, so you can't withdraw from it so easily. That's going to be a good thing. And if you can set up pre-authorized withdrawals from your checking account, so like whenever you get paid, you set up the withdrawal for the day of your paycheck, so it just goes into your savings account as a bill automatically without you having to do anything. That's a really good plan as well. That way you don't really have to care for it. It's just gonna build on itself and you're never gonna really have to pay that much attention to it. Number 7 is to pay annually for subscriptions. And that one is gonna sound crazy, but in the past few years everything has become subscription based. There's no such thing as like a one-time fee anymore. It's like always subscription services, and they're always like charging you a very small amount, you know, like Netflix $10, you know, like Spotify $10, and then like I don't know what else, but like everything is $10, so it doesn't sound like a lot, but all of those $10 add up to like $80 a month or something, you know. So most of the services actually offer a yearly price, and it's usually a lot cheaper. It's obviously a lot more because you have to pay it all up front. So it's going to be like $100 for the year instead of like $11 a month, where you save like so much money, but you have to pay it all at once. So if you can do that, it's going to save you a lot of money like on a yearly basis. So you should definitely consider that. Number 8 is to shop around before you purchase any kind of phone plans, any kind of like internet plans or anything like that, and wait for the best deal before you switch. So, and especially if you're about to renew and everything, definitely take the time also to shop around. Most times when you call your like current provider and you tell them that you're going to switch over, they can offer you a much better deal than the ones they have like the going rates online, and or you can find much better rates online usually. So always take the time to do research, wait for deals. Sometimes there are deals, so like kind of watch it for a couple months, and when you see like there's a big sale or something, like Tim and I found one that was like really cool. It was like 2 Samsungs for the price of one, like on a 2-year contract, and you got like 4 plus 2 free gigabytes of data. So like you'd pay for 4 but you'd have 6. So that was like such a big that was such a good deal, and we really wanted to get it, but unfortunately like the provider doesn't deliver in our service, doesn't serve our area, so it was we couldn't use it, but it would have been perfect otherwise. Like it was a really good deal, but like that was like a week-long deal, so that's stuff you have to watch out for. But I'm definitely going to be doing a whole video on like phone savings, because there's just too much to like cover in one point in one video right now. Number 9 is to avoid sales or plan ahead on what you're going to buy at a sale. So don't go shopping for Boxing Day or like Black Friday without like an actual plan. Like if you really need to buy a new thing, like have it on the list, it's prepared, and you're gonna wait for Black Friday to buy it. But don't just go Black Friday shopping to buy all kinds of things, because that's when you buy a lot of stuff you don't want and don't even need, that are probably gonna like stay in your closet or wherever, and you're gonna use once or never, and you're never gonna touch, but you just feel like you're having a good deal because it's on sale, but you're still paying for it when you don't need it. Does that make sense? So yeah, just like be more mindful of sales and really just take advantage of them when there are things that you actually want or need, not just because it's on sale you should buy it. Make sense? Alright. Finally, number 10 is to leave with only cash in your hands. So whenever you're going somewhere, like if you're gonna go to the mall with a friend, or even like for us, I personally always leave my wallet at home, and I just have like a $20 bill in the car like for emergencies. And so like that forces me to not pull over and buy things, like go to McDonald's for something like instant or things like that, you know, because I don't have my wallet, so I can't actually buy things. And so like even whenever you're going out to buy things or just out for a certain amount of time, use cash as opposed to your entire wallet, because that way you have a set amount of money to spend and then it's over. So if you go shopping and you only bring $40, then it makes you a lot more mindful than if you have like unlimited funds of a credit card or like a bank account. So does that make sense? I don't know. I feel like I could have been more organized in my tips, but hopefully you got what I was trying to say and you enjoyed those tips. Let me know if there are some of those that you are already doing yourself, or if there are some that I forgot to mention that you would like to share with everyone. Just leave them in the comments below. And I'm hoping to make more like money related, savings related videos like this in the future, because that's something I'm studying, that's something that I'm interested about, that's something that I've learned a lot in the past few years, and has helped me so much be more responsible, grow as an adult, so grow into an adult really. So yeah, thanks for watching. I love you guys, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you all very soon. Bye!